Hey everybody, we got 3 on here. How are y'all doing tonight? Hey my brother, did you go fishing today? I don't know how many of y'all were on the live while ago. I don't know if I can pull it up, and this is still, yeah, it'll still stay going. So the water's still muddy. I don't think it's ever going to clear up. It's supposed to rain Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think. Let's see. My live while ago, I was trying to give y'all an update on the shelter and stuff, but it kept cutting out. This is what our forecast for next week, or this week, it looks like. It's supposed to be in the 70s, but it's supposed to be raining. So I don't think we're going to get anything done. We put 2 poles down a while ago for the gate. We're actually going to do, what's up, Chris P? Derek Chris is saying hey to you. But anyway, we put down 2 poles today at the, then we're going to put the gate on. Hope's daddy wants me to do 2 10-foot gates. So we'll have a 20-foot gate going into where the cow shelter and all that stuff's going to be at. Because he said you'd rather have too much room going in and not enough. I was going to put a gate opener on it, but I don't really want to buy 2. So we'll just have to get out and open the gate going in. But as we showed a while ago, hold on there. Come here. As I showed earlier today on that other live, can you tell everybody hey? Hi, Bobby. His vocabulary is getting a whole lot better. No, I haven't found any goats. Everybody wants a buttload for them right now. I've been told that once after the new year, the prices on the goats will go down because a lot of the people that eat goat buy them around Christmas, New Year's Eve. So everybody jacks their goat prices up. I'm actually going to check on some breeds that'll be good for these little guys to do 4-H stuff. Oh no. There you go. For our little boys to do the 4-H stuff. When they're little, they can do goats. And as they get a little bit older, they can move into the pigs and the cows and all that other good stuff. So we're going to do a little bit of research on what kind of goats breeds they want for the 4-H stuff. Because I'd like to get our guys involved in that, the agricultural side of all that. Chris, we had a pretty good Christmas. This year was a lot better than the previous 2. Santa Claus was good to the boys. They got one of the side-by-sides for Christmas. Let's see if I got a picture of it. So y'all can see it. It's one of the ones from Walmart. They got one of those. They seem to enjoy it so far. It's the camouflage version. Looks like that. So Waylon's real good at driving those. It's amazing what he can squeak that little thing through. Did y'all have a good Christmas? Did y'all get any beekeeping stuff for Christmas? I've been in it so long, I quit getting beekeeping stuff for Christmas. The first couple of years I was in beekeeping, I got some not beekeeping stuff every year, but now I've pretty much got everything that I need to do what I need to do. My bees were out eating today. I got to put some more sugar water out for them. They've already sucked it all up. Yeah, Keith, in the mountains there, they were out flying around a little bit today. I've got tennis elbow real bad. You know where it hurts right here? I need to grab me about 2 or 3 bees. And normally, the last time I had real bad problems with tennis elbow, I did the apitherapy thing, 3 stings over about a week, and it was gone. I tell you what, it's been hurting here lately. Looking to buy a house with beekeeping in mind for a yard. Yeah, you don't need a great big yard if you're just going to get you a couple hives. Mine, like I said, well, I got hives that's not even 50 yards behind the house. Yeah. Beekeeping supplies, that's something you need to give your people a list on. Because if you don't, they ain't no telling what you'll end up with. 2 hive setups for me. Wait until March to do the spray insulation for my building. I also treated for mites yesterday. I need to shrink mine for mites. I hadn't had a chance to do that yet. But we've had so much rain here lately, we went over there and tried to dig a hole. Well, we ended up digging 2 holes, but the lift on the tractor got stuck. The hole digger we got, I don't know, it's probably a 18-inch, probably at least an 18-inch hole. It's like a commercial version one. The guy that we burned it from used to install chicken and turkey houses, and that's what he used to dig the holes with. And that dirt's so heavy over there that sometimes the lift won't pick up the auger. We had that happen one time. We had to get the hole diggers out and dig around the auger to get it out because the lift wouldn't pick it up because it weighed so much. Wife got me a nice suit that I had for Christmas. Wes, was your did you have lots of holes in your suit? Because I know some bees, if you got a hole in your hood or in your suit, they'll definitely find it. I have a problem with my stuff where them not being real tight around the sleeves, and they get in your sleeves and start wearing your butt out. And the bad thing about it is if you put like a rubber band or something on it, then it makes like a cuff. And then the bees get in here and then they sting you on the arms. As far as the oxalic acid vapor and the APR treatment or whatever, some people borderline the oxalic acid being a kind of a organic treatment. I'm not 100% sure on that. That's the only advantage or disadvantage. And the good thing about the oxalic acid or whatever is you ain't got to open up the hive to use it. Lost any bees? I haven't checked on my hives lately, and I'm pretty sure I've probably lost 2 or 3 already. That's the bad thing about living in North Carolina is it'll get cold one day. I mean, we were in the upper 30s 2 days ago, and when this rain moves in, it's going to be 70 degrees. And the bad thing about it is the temperatures fluctuating like it does is your bees fly in the wintertime, and there's no nectar or pollen for them to go get. And so they're flying around all that for nothing. I mean, they go fly around and come back, and they don't bring anything back to the hive, and it don't take long for your hives to starve out. 10 deep boxes each when you got hooked up. I haven't really had a problem with the farmers around here spraying stuff. About the only thing I ever worry about them spraying that could really affect the bees is if you get armor worms in your hayfield or in your soybeans, the stuff that they use to spray armor worms for is a controlled substance. You've actually got to have license to spray that stuff, and that stuff kills everything. But as far as Roundup and all that other stuff, unless they spray it directly on the bees, it won't kill them. It's probably not good for them to bring it back to the hive or whatever. I'm trying to get away from using all that stuff. From what I found, I used to think that I had what is it called? A gluten allergy, but come to find out, as long as I eat stuff with organic wheat, then it's not an issue. So I'm guessing it's a reaction to the glyco whatever stuff that the Roundup's made from. Yeah, you can order the oxalic acid off of Amazon. You just have to be careful ordering the stuff. Some people use the stuff that's made for using it for wood or something. I forgot what it's for, but I would try to find the stuff that's actually made for beekeeping. I don't know if there's a difference in it, but sometimes you got to kind of err on the side of caution. Yeah, the stuff they spray for the worms is tough. We used to spray it on our hayfield when we had 9 acres of hay, and you could make one loop with it. And when you were going beside what you just sprayed, you could see the worms just falling out everywhere. It is bad. Oh, I open feed. I'm a big fan of open feeding. A lot of people don't like open feeding, but that's the only way I feed. I had problems before when I first started beekeeping with internal feeders and them being robbed out, so I just open feed. I've got a video on a 5-gallon bucket feeder, and that's what I use now. I'm not a big fan of internal feeders. Oxalic acid is 100% better than mineral oil. They've done tests and all that other stuff, and mineral oil actually, from what I've been told and all that other stuff, it really doesn't do anything. I know there's a well-known beekeeper out there that's got a bunch of videos on that, and from what I've been told, it does nothing. Because I bought into it. I bought a one of those foggers and the mineral oil and all that other stuff, and after doing research and stuff, from what I've found, it does nothing. Yeah, I'm a big open feeder fan. Some people say it passes on diseases and all that other stuff, but it's no different than them jumping on the same flower or anything else. I mean, the bees are going to bundle up on a nectar or pollen source, especially this time of year. If they can find anything, there's going to be bees all over it. I had a lady call me one day, had a swarm, and it was some kind of, I forgot what kind of tree it was. I mean, there was bees all over it, but it wasn't a swarm. It was just the nectar source, and they were all over it. So there's no difference than that happening in open feeding. I was cutting out them light poles today. One of the light poles we put up today, I guarantee you that thing was that big around. It's a green pole that was on probably a 3-phase line, which is probably a 30-foot pole, and the top was broke out of it, and that was one of the ones they dropped off. And I cut it up in 10-foot sections. We buried it 4 foot deep, and we're gonna use it for the gate post. Once we get the dirt packed around it, we ain't got to worry about it going anywhere. I have looked into VHS queens, but I have not ordered any of them yet. It's amazing to watch them pick mites off of the bees. Now, where are you getting your nukes from? Are you ordering them local, or are you driving out to go get them? Depending upon where you're at, a lot of people don't feed pollen substitutes until later on in the winter, because sometimes if you feed pollen substitutes too soon, then your queen's going to start laying. And if you feed it too soon and she starts laying a whole bunch of eggs, then you're going to run into the fact of your hives being overpopulated and can't support them because there's no nectar or anything else. So if you're going to feed pollen this time of year, you probably need to make sure you got plenty of sugar water out for them. That way they don't starve out, because most of the time when our bees starve out here in North Carolina, it's normally in early spring. I've probably lost more hives in probably March than any other time. Brickmill Farms in NC near Concord. Nothing wrong with that. Concord's not too far from me. We go through Concord. We got a, well, my brother and then my mother's got a place at Lake Tillery. My brother's got a 4-bedroom house up there, and then we got a little 3-bedroom, 1-bath cabin. Concord's a pretty little town. Hey, Miss Madison Fisher, happy birthday. Madison just hopped on. She's my brother's middle daughter. She turned 15 today. They're at the lake this week. They've been at the lake for almost 2 weeks now. I need to get me a job where I can take off end of the year. Y'all ride 4-wheelers today? Or y'all just hang around the house? Danny, is Brickmill Farms on Facebook? How much they charge you for your nukes? I know, right? I need to get me a government job. Instead of working for a big farming operation. Yeah, the guy that runs Brickmill Farms works for me. Knows I'm not truck drivers. Good deal. Are you ever a road truck driver? I drive a truck, but it's local stuff. I haul feed for a local farm, like a commercial farm stuff. We hog feed the hogs and turkey farms. That's why I'm kind of limited on what I'm supposed to have on my little farm that I'm going to start up, because they're worried about cross contamination and all that other good stuff. We're not supposed to have any kind of hogs or chickens or anything like that. I'd like to find me another job where I'm a little more flexible on that stuff. I don't have a bad job. It's just limited as far as livestock goes. I've been working for Prestige for 3 years now. We normally run anywhere from 250 miles to, I think the most I've gotten one day is 380. We run anywhere from down here around Clinton all the way down to almost south of the border. Oof. Over the road. Some people say that the foggers work good. I've never tried the foggers as far as with the oxalic acid stuff. I did a video on the little gas vapor things that I've got. I don't know where that card's at. I guess it's in the box with the thing. But the advantage to that one over the little pan type thing is if you got a whole bunch of hives to work, then once you put that acid in that little pan and stick it in there and hook it up to the batteries, you got to let the pan cool down for I don't know how many minutes before you can stick it in another hive. because it's already so hot that if you dump the acid back on it again, it just blow it back out. So it's a little more time consuming to do it with the little flat pan versus one of the gas ones, or you can even get them in the electric ones too. But they're a little spendy. I forgot how much I paid for that little gas one. It was, I won't say a little bit over $100. But that video, let's see if I can find it right quick. I don't remember how long it's been since I put that video up. I don't see it right this minute. I don't see it. But anyway, I got a video on it. That ain't been out too terribly long, I didn't think, but anyway, I got a video on it. The company that I got it from is overseas, so you have to pay the shipping on it. Yeah, they're about $100 or so. Yeah, I was trying to find that video. I don't know what let me see if I can find it right quick. Yeah, here it is.
That face, that is usually covered by her phone, has finally made an appearance.
Let's see. Hey, SSS. What is what? Let's see. Wes, this is the that's the video from where I got it. If you watch that video, kind of toward the end, I hold up the business card for them. I think YT removes links. It would be nice if you could put something in your smoker to do that, but the only bad thing about it is it's like that oxalic acid and stuff. You're not actually supposed to breathe it. You're supposed to have respirators and all that good stuff on. I think YouTube removes links. They might. On certain things they do. Wes, were you able to click on that link and go to the video? Okay, good deal. Good deal. I don't know if any of y'all caught that live a while ago, but if y'all were, if it's getting dark out where y'all are at, I know on the West Coast it's around 4 o'clock, so it's not time for it to be dark or whatever. But if you go outside right now, look at the moon because it is pretty good size right now. Oh yeah, that company's pretty good. Somebody told me the other day that they went to that website and they said that the
grip season, you eat like no one's watching. But if they are watching, they're probably jealous. Don't miss the most anticipated sandwich, the McRib.
But they said something about they didn't have that the vapor thing on there anymore. Let's see here. The website for it is bridge/cottage.com store. Let me see if I can take a picture of it so I can show it to y'all. In case y'all don't want to take the time to watch that video. I don't know if it'll focus enough to. It ain't gonna focus enough. If you go to that video that I left a link for, if you go to the timestamps 351, you'll be able to see the card. Let me see if I can go there right quick. Because like I said, somebody told me the other day that they had took that gas vape off their page or whatever. Let me see if I can pull it up. IDE dash. It looks like they have taken it off. /store. Yeah, if you don't put the store in there, you can't find it. The Pacific Northwest. Have y'all had a whole lot of rain out that way? That's the website for those vapors, the vapes or whatever. Hey, Mr. Hoof, my wife and I enjoy your videos. Thanks for making them. Do y'all have any bees? Or y'all just thinking about getting into them? If you'll go to that link that I just posted, the ridgecottage.com store, you can see they offer different versions of it. Oh, it says out of stock. No, they've got it in stock. They don't have the yeah, they do. They got the different kits available. The hive tool, they got the stainless steel painted red length ones. Those are really good hive tools too. But they've got a kit on here, the Pro kit. It comes with everything. That's what I ordered. Now, when you if you do decide to order that, I will tell you this. Just got them this past spring. Did they make it through the summer all right? If you order that gas vape, when you order it, I wish there was a way I could flip it on here. You've got to scroll down through and actually add to your cart the shipping. Because of the way they got their stuff set up, you've got to click on the postage and go down to $18.49, which is the postage for having it shipped to the United States. If you do not go down there and click on that and add it to your cart, they'll send you an email and tell you got to do that before they can send it. 5 nukes, lost 2. The other 3 are doing great. Good deal. I got to check on my bees. I seen a few flying around. I had we had real bad winds. Well, buddy, we had a whole bunch of wind today, and it had actually blown the top off one of my hives. What, buddy? Wait.
You're not a TV.
What's wrong?
You're not a TV.
I can't fix it right. It's me to get mama. Get mama to fix it.
You
want to come here and tell everybody, hey? I've seen some flying around today. I wanted the nukes, and I wanted to say it's the nuke that one of the last cutout videos I did where they went in the column. There was some bees flying around from it. If you remember in one of my videos, I had to drop them down from a 10-frame hive to a 5-frame nuke because their numbers were so low. So we'll just have to wait and see if they make it through the winter time. I don't have but maybe 1 or 2 hives that are actually got plenty of honey stores. I don't know what the rest of them's doing. I think I just need to treat everybody for mites and roll the dice and see who makes it to the springtime. And if I got enough to split, then I probably need to split them and maybe order some queens or something. Try to get some new genetics in. I'd like to get into the point where I could start making a little bit of honey. I got a spinner and all that good stuff, but never seen bees go too. They're getting the dust and stuff off of it. I've seen them go. Say if you've got like hog feed or turkey feed or anything like that, or chicken feed, the bees actually like to go to it and collect stuff off it. I know we've seen the bees go to corn piles and everything else. They're actually getting the like the powdery stuff off of it. I've never fed straight dry sugar. I've made some bee fondant before and put that on the hives, and that did pretty good. Dry sugar should work good. The good advantage of using dry sugar is if you put the newspaper down or whatever you want to use for your, you can use parchment paper or newspaper or anything like that, and pour the sugar on it. If you got any excessive moisture in it, that sugar will actually draw the moisture up. Down to 35 and below. Yeah, 35 is a little cool. Now, where are you at on the, you say the West Coast? I can't see where it's at now. Yeah, the Pacific Northwest. What state are you in? And did you wrap your hives up? See, we don't have to wrap our hives in the wintertime because we normally, if we get any cold weather, it's normally at night and it warms back up. Portland, Oregon. Well, there you go. Y'all had an eventful year too in Portland. Bumblebees that ate you up. The thing about bumblebees is the only bee that survives out of that colony is the queen. All the workers and everything else die, and the queen goes and buries herself in like leaf foliage for the wintertime. So she pretty much starts all over. So they never came back to that hive or whatever. So I don't know if the queen, did good and started all over again next year or whatever. Bumblebees is a whole different ball game. Yeah, Portland is gone off the deep end for sure. Yeah, the candy boards with the wax paper works good. Now, as far as fondant that you can buy, you need to make your own fondant because if you buy like candy fondant, like they put on cakes and stuff, it has it's an additive or whatever. It's not good for the bees. It's what is the name of that crap? Can't remember it. They add some stuff to the fondant that they make cakes out of. That's not good for the bees. Let me see if I can find. I don't remember what it's called. You have a daughter in Hillsboro. Yeah, Hillsboro's not too far from me. Maybe an hour or two. It's not the corn syrup. It's some other something. Some people, like some of you commercial guys, they feed their freaking bees straight corn syrup. It's I'm trying to look it up. What's up, 86 off-road? There's some little something in it, and I can't remember what it was. There's a website that says it's cornstarch, but it's something else. I don't remember what it is right now. Have a good night, brother. Tell Maddie I said happy birthday again. Sorry her phone died on her. I drive a truck for a local commercial farmer, and we have to rotate weekends. We'll be on call on Saturdays. Normally we only work like Monday through Friday, and we always have a driver on call on Saturdays in case somebody calls out with an out. So that's the reason why I'm on call on Saturday. We only have like 2 Saturdays a year we got to be on call. Sometimes I can find somebody to work for me, but I hadn't even tried for this weekend, which is supposed to be so ugly. I might as well go in and work because we won't be able to do anything else. Bun level. I ain't been to bun level in a while, but I know where you're at. Right now, we're supposed to get down in the low 30s tonight. Let's see what it's supposed to be. It's 43 degrees. It wouldn't be that bad today, but the wind was blowing. It's supposed to be 29 degrees tonight. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 55 for the high and 49. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday it's supposed to be 67, 65, and 70. So our weather's all over the place. Last week, well, on Christmas Day, we had snow flurries. Yeah, it's glycerin and cornstarch, and there's some kind of something plaster or something that some of the people put in the bee fondant or in the cake fondant that's not good for bees. I mean, it'll do in a bind, but if you can make your own, it's not that bad. I've actually got a video on how to make bee fondant. On how to make the fondant. Let's see here.
Hi YouTube, DFishman76 here. This will be a video on bee fondant. I've tried it a couple times. So far I hadn't had it.
That's my feet. Don't be mean, bro. Open the door. Open the door. That video there is on how I make bee fondant. And all it is corn syrup and some sugar.
No.
I'm going to tell everybody, hey.
Okay.
Say, hey. So I fell yesterday and skinned my little nose.
Hi. Mom.
Braden's unscathed right now.
Daddy, I got colorful.
-5 Celsius.
You want some?
Yeah, we've been getting just ungodly amounts of rain. Yeah, it's been crazy.
Ah.
Yeah, gelatin is a huge
Hi.
high.
Blah, blah, blah.
This is Weston. He's a year and a half old. And way over there, he's 3.5. Yeah, it'll be 4 in February. Beef fondant, it's not that hard to make.
Mom, you fly.
The biggest thing is make sure you have a good candle thermometer because you don't want it to get too hot, because if it gets too hot, then you'll be making hard candy. Good mild weather in Canada. What part of Canada are you in? My brother's wife, she's originally from Canada. She's from Port McNichol, which is 2 hours north of Toronto. It's a pretty place up there. Yeah, we've had snow in April in North Carolina before. I'm an hour east of Toronto. Yes. We've got 2 boys. We had, well, we should have 3, but we had one, our oldest, Wyatt, he died of complication from leukemia. He was 3 years old when he died. That was April be 3 years ago.
I bet you come see me or best and forward and you want to come see me.
East of Toronto. We flew into Toronto a couple years back. It's probably been
He's very ugly.
probably 6 or 7 years ago when we went up to Port McNichol for a wedding. My brother's wife's brother was getting married, and we went up there for that. Yeah. Now the western part of the state got a little bit of snow. I know I watched Soda Land and Justin Rhodes and what's the other one? Fit Farmer. They all did some videos where they had got snow in the western part of the state. I like snow, but I like for it to come and go. Most of the time, if we get anything here in the eastern part of North Carolina, it's going to be ice. Somebody was asking me about my job a while ago. Another disadvantage to my job is I have to get up at 3:50 in the morning to be at work at 5 o'clock. Yeah. It's cold. 19 degrees is cold. The coldest weather I've ever been into, we were at Keystone in Colorado snowboarding, night skiing, and it was a negative 23 degrees and the wind was blowing about 30 miles an hour. It was cold. But that's the coldest in the weather I've ever been in. It's supposed to be nice and warm the next couple of days, but I reckon it's because it's going to be raining. In the summer, let the girls clean them out today. It took 5 minutes. Yeah. It don't take them long. Once they find it, they'll be all over it.
Daddy, you got red.
Mm-hmm.
You got red. Daddy, you got red. It's a bad thing. Look at that. You got orange. Daddy, you turn red. What?
What that, buddy?
Is it red?
That's a little thing for. Oh yeah,
That's orange.
we had plenty of clothes on. It was me and another guy was teaching Hope. We were teaching our girlfriends at the time how to snowboard, so they were burning up because they were getting up and falling down and all that other good stuff. And me and Alan was just kind of hanging out on the edge of the mountain, waiting on them to get down there to us, and we were about to freeze. We had snowboarded that day. Normally, if you go to, I forgot the Keystone. If you go to Keystone, no, if you go to Breckenridge during the day, you can night ski at Keystone for free. And we had done that. I have probably around 18 hives right now, or what I did when it going into the winter time. How many still kicking right now? I'm not sure. Yeah, all my hives are like, I might have 2 hives that were going in with the amount of honey that they need to be. And the bad thing about it is I didn't even take any honey this year. So they were just slacking. Gelatin, yeah. Yeah, you can send me a link. You can either send it on here or you can send it to me on my the Facebook page. Swarm traps. I had a buddy that stays in Dunn, North Carolina, and he wore the freaking swarms out with swarm traps. Hey, Tracy, everything's going good. Just working all the time. Maybe they'll do good. Yep. You tell everybody, hey.
Bye, hey.
We're not going anywhere yet. We're fixing to, though. Because Daddy got to go night-nap.
Wait, want to go night-nap for Daddy.
You ready to go night-nap, too?
I want to go night-nap for Daddy.
Anybody got any other questions?
Yeah. I think we was the fire the way we play on Stedman outside.
Night 18Bs. Hope you have a good week, big man.
And so with us to talk
86 off-road. I hope you have a good night, too, buddy.
Yeah, friend. And Santa Claus brings some presents for us.
You have a good Christmas.
Yeah. Santa Claus
Kind of
brings.
hive that got knocked over by an animal, and the bees found its fruit. Looks at that hole. So how long was the hive knocked over before the bees left? How did they do in Arkansas? That's good. A lot of times, if that's the first time you've put sugar water out or whatever for them, sometimes they just don't find it. If you put like a little bit of lemongrass or something like that, oil on it,
And
that kind of help draw them to it. They'll find it a little bit quicker. I had to do that to where I put them at. They knew the sugar water was there from before, but for some unknown reason, they didn't find it till I'd sprinkled a little bit of lemongrass oil on the 5-gallon bucket. Hopefully, they'll do good in the tree. Maybe you can get them out. If you don't want to cut the tree down, you can always trap them out. Now, there'd been bees in that tree before, or did it just decide to take up there? Burn. Burn.
It's green.
That's not green. What color is that?
Yellow.
Very good.
What?
Who's that on your shirt?
Mickey Mouse.
Maybe they'll do all right. That's weird for them just to pack up and move like that. What's up, James? Well, I think we're going to call it a night. This daddy's getting sleepy time. You ready to go night-night?
Yeah, and Santa Claus brings him lots of presents.
Can you tell everybody night-night?
Night.
And be safe.
They'll be safe.
If y'all need anything, y'all can send me a message on the DFishman76 Facebook page. I know I'm getting there pretty quick.
Christmas.
Crispy, you have a good night.
And you have a good night.
Time to say we'll see you on the next one. Happy New Year. If I don't see y'all before New Year, y'all have a happy New Year. Y'all be safe. We normally stay home for New Year's because there's too many idiots riding around on New Year's. So that's the reason why they packed up and moved, because they've been knocked over for a little bit. Well, maybe they'll make it just through the winter time. Maybe since the hive was knocked over for a while, they robbed the resources out of it and was able to start a new colony up in the that tree. Keep me posted on if you're able to get them out, Robert. You tell everybody night-night.
Bye-bye, night-night.
So we'll see you on the next one.
We'll see you in the next one.